Nearly 5 years after the 2020 derecho, some places look like a snapshot in time. Trees down, broken limbs covering the ground, and massive exposed roots. A lot of that damage is on public hunting land. It's pieces of property kept up by the Department of Natural Resources, preserved for conservation and creating habitats for wildlife. As KCRG TV9's Brian Tabak shows us, the DNR has plans for some of the land.
After the storm in August of 2020, the DNR went through and took inventory of the public land that could have been affected by the storm. Forestry staff then decided what pieces of land would be good to prioritize. Doug Wyman is a lifelong hunter.
I was hunting with my dad when I was like 7 years old.
His focus is now on pheasant hunting with the Linn County chapter of Pheasants Forever. But he says even 5 years after the derecho, some public land is more difficult to hunt.
You can see how, just how all this is keeping the grass from coming up.
According to the Iowa DNR, the trees and debris on this land near Highway 30
Come on, be a track in the mud.
will be left to deteriorate on their own. In the meantime, the debris also creates new habitat for other animals.
It's Mother Nature that, kind of did this to us, and then those things are naturally occurring, and we'll do what we can where it makes the most sense.
DNR wildlife biologist Rodney Ellingson says after the derecho, the DNR made a list of public land possibly affected by the storm. They went through and looked at the different species of trees, whether the property floods, and prioritized which pieces of land they would repair, like the 113 acres of Vermees Woods in Tama County.
The goal was to get as much of the wood, these trees that were all broken and damaged. The goal was to get as much of that cleaned up and used as possible.
Once the 5 acres of the hardest hit part of this land were cleaned up, they started planting 500 oak trees, all different species.
It's got a ways to go yet.
The damage is still evident at both pieces of property. While some are seeing more work done than others, Wyman says it's just a matter of adapting.
You have to kind of change the way sometimes that you do things, or you've done things in the past. You have to change some of your tactics or some things like that, just because things look different than they did before the derecho.
Brian Tabak, KCRG TV9 News.